So there was a very interesting exchange in Parliament between the Sports, Art and Culture Minister, Gayton McKenzie, and the EFF's Member of Parliament, Fana Mokoena, who is in the Sports, Art and Culture Committee. And I know when I say sports, art and culture, you people are actually expecting these gentlemen to debate about how this department is going to be resuscitated so that sports, art and culture can be introduced in our communities. We know that right now as a country we are facing a lot of challenges, and especially when it comes to young people are not participating in any sports, art and culture. You look at the schools, basically in the townships, there's no sports, there are no sporting ground, there's nothing that has to do with the sports, art and culture. This is what you would actually expect these gentlemen to be debating about, and how they are going to go on about implementing some of the policies that were ignored by the ANC in the past 30 years. But no, EFF's Fana Mokoena and Gayton McKenzie are debating about this term. The EFF is pushing for this term to be removed from our national anthem. They want this term to be removed from our national anthem.
We have a peculiar situation in this country in which we have a so-called national anthem.
It is not so-called a national anthem. It is a national anthem. Just because you don't like the national anthem, it doesn't mean that it is so-called the national anthem. It is the national anthem. So there's no need to try to throw shade at it just because you don't understand it, or just because you don't align with the national anthem as it is. But fact of the matter is that it is a national anthem, whether you like it or not. So do not disrespect it.
We have a so-called national anthem that still bears the hallmarks of apartheid. And in a situation in which we've gotten rid of the flag, the apartheid flag, it's peculiar that we get rid of the flag but we keep the anthem. The two go together. They go together. You raise the flag so that you can sing the anthem. It is impossible for us to get rid of the one and then keep the other. The stem needs to go. It is not to say we need to get rid of Afrikaans. We can find a replacement of Afrikaans, but the stem needs to go. It is offensive. It needs to go.
It is quite strange to me that this is what the EFF would be talking about in the portfolio of sports, art and culture. When you think about all the problems that are facing young people in this country, and them being in this important portfolio that Gayton McKenzie is working so hard to bring back. And guys, I don't know, maybe I live in a cocoon, maybe I don't get out more, but I have never met a single person saying that this term is offensive. I have never met a single person. I have never met a single person who said, Thomas, do you know what? This term is offensive. I've never done that. And talking about the replacement, the EFF already has the replacement from this term, because if you listen to the EFF when they sing the national anthem, when it gets to this term, they don't sing this term. So they have already found the replacement for this term. So what they want is that their version of the national anthem to be adopted by the whole country. So basically this is what the DA wants. So, and Gayton McKenzie had a very interesting response to this nonsense that was spewed by the EFF.
Without fear or any favor, when you take a decision, South Africa has taken a decision that we are one nation under God. And when we've taken that decision, it comes with many contradictions. The stem is part of who we were and who we've become. You cannot pinpoint some issues. We must protect the national anthem. We have one of the most beautiful national anthems. The meaning to the stem is being included there it's such an expression of how far we've come as a nation. I sing Nkosi Sikelele, God bless Africa, Sichava Saruna, as hard as I sing Eddie Blow Van Yema. We will not be ashamed to say we support this stem being part of the national anthem. We have moved on. We are one South Africa. You can go to the past. We don't live there.
So Gayton McKenzie says that if you want to go to the past, you can go to the past, but we are not going to participate in that with you. You can go to the past alone. This stem is part of our national anthem. It's part of our national anthem.
Thank you very much.
You're not recognizing us, Chair. Chair.
Thank you, Chair. I think it's not his maiden speech anymore. Can the Honourable Minister take a question that says if he then accepts the apartheid flag in the same way that he accepts the stem?
Yeah. If we will accept the question, you
No,
can
ask
raise
him,
your
ask him.
question
There's no
whatever.
problem.
I'll accept the question.
You accept the question. Please ask your question. The time has expired, but ask your question.
I'm asking, so you accept what is called the stem, which was part of the apartheid regime, which suppressed black people like you and I, right? And people were killed
Honourable
over the
members,
stem.
can you don't,
Right.
Honourable member,
Can
please,
you-
raise the question?
Can
cannot
you,
make a speech.
but can I speak, please, man? Can you,
raise the question?
can
cannot
you,
make a speech.
but can I speak, please, man? Can you, Minister, accept the stem or accept the apartheid flag in the same way that you accept the stem? Because the two go together. You raise a flag so that you sing the anthem. Thank you.
Honourable Minister.
No, the two goes together in your world, not in the real world. Because in the real world, the old flag does not exist anymore. So the stem is part of the national anthem. I will accept it. You see, there's so many amongst you that wants us to still live in the past. We have moved on. You can stay there, but we no longer live there. We will sing the stem.
Thank you, Minister. Your time is...
Hey, this GNU is powerful, man.
So this exchange, to me, and I don't want to lie, it was quite interesting for me to actually witness this exchange, because you look at the EFF and you look at how the party performed in these elections. So one would actually think the EFF would go back to the drawing board and the party will do a bit of introspection to try to understand that, guys, what is it that we have done? Why is our party not as appealing as it was to the people before? Maybe the EFF would also look at their policies, they will look at the issues that they were fighting for in the past 5 years and try to understand the issues that people are not interested in. Like I said earlier on, I have never met a single person who said the stem was offensive. And to the EFF, do these people actually believe that by fighting for these issues, the party is going to grow? These are some of the things that the EFF needs to think about as they go forward. The issues they fight for. are these the election winning issues that are actually going to help the party to grow in the next upcoming elections? Because right now it looks like the EFF is willing to do what a wise man calls insanity, to do one thing over and over again, and for some reason to expect different results. This is exactly what the EFF is doing. And I must say that it's quite disappointing to see that these are the issues that the EFF would actually find important. When they are talking about something like sports, art and culture, when you look at the problems that are being faced by young people, when you look at the fact that this department could have contributed in uplifting the young people's lives in this country, and out of all of those issues, you decided to talk about the stem, as if the stem, by actually removing the stem from the national anthem, is going to do something. It is not going to contribute to young people's lives in any way, shape or form. Right now, you are talking with Gayton McKenzie. You are talking with someone who is busy doing an expose in the Department of Sports, Art and Culture, showing South Africans how the department was actually looted. You are talking about someone who is busy cancelling the nonsensical contracts that were had with the sports, art and culture, so that he can prioritize the athletes of this country, so that athletes in this country can no longer go on national television, or they can no longer go on radio to beg for funds whenever there's a tournament, maybe overseas. Instead of you actually working with Gayton McKenzie and making sure that, Gayton McKenzie, I can see your vision. You want to help young people in this country that are in the sports, art and culture. And me, as a member of parliament from the EFF, I'm going to help you with that, because I understand that this department was looted. I understand that this department paid for nonsensical things for such a long time. Right now, we find ourselves in a position where children are going to television, children are going to newspapers every day. When you watch television, you will see young people saying that we are begging for funds. There's a tournament in Sweden and we don't even have a cent to go to Sweden. We are begging. And these are the things that Gayton McKenzie is trying to get rid of. So instead of you helping him to boost the Department of Sports, Art and Culture, so that tomorrow, when this department actually thrives, the EFF can say that we also contributed in the success of sports, art and culture. You are not going to do that when you are busy fighting for the issues like this term, because this is an issue that is way above you. This is an issue that is way above you. You are not even supposed to be discussing that. You are not even supposed to be discussing that. So I don't know why do people actually, or you guys actually think that by fighting for these issues, for some reason, your party is going to grow. I don't know why, because it looks like you people have never actually went back to actually see that maybe some of the issues that we are fighting with, maybe the way we actually approached the matters, it was not appealing to South Africans. What is it that we can do to actually make EFF appealing to South Africa? Right now, we are talking about a political party that actually had an opportunity of being the second biggest political party in the country. If anything, the EFF went down. Now is the fourth biggest party in the country. So when we talk about the big political parties in the country, we no longer mention the EFF, and that is supposed to be the problem for the EFF. And you, as the leadership of the EFF, as the members of parliament in the EFF, you need to understand that, guys, these are the things that are actually making us unappealing to the people of this country. It is so disappointing, man. It is disappointing. It is very disappointing that you guys are not willing to change anything. You are not willing to change anything. And if you guys continue like this, I don't want to lie, the party will go down further and further. The party will go down further and further. So continue to talk about these issues that has nothing to do with what Gayton McKenzie is trying to do. Continue to talk about these issues. And let's see how the EFF performs in the next elections. Let's see. Guys, please tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button, and the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.